Well, hi, YouTubers, tubers, and tubettes. I'm with my friend Francis here.
Yeah.
He's going to say hello to you.
Ciao, ciao, Paul. I'm very happy to join with to be part of your YouTube videos.
Well,
yeah.
I am honored to have you here as my guest. So I'm going to give our audience here a little background about you and me.
Yeah.
And then I understand that English is not your first language.
Yeah.
So I'm going to help as far as some of the words.
Yeah.
So you just speak normally.
Okay.
And then if I think that there might be, a little indiscretion there, I'll try to clarify for you.
Okay, thank you.
So I want you to relax.
Yeah, okay.
And,
thank you.
and you are 100% Italian.
Yes, I am. Yes,
Okay.
I am.
And you are from where in Italy?
I'm from Turin, North Italy.
Okay.
Turin is a city very close to Milan.
Okay.
Yeah. But my parents were from South Italy and Sicily.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have developed over the years, you're a man of many skills. Because you and I have chatted a few times. This is actually the 4th time that I've been here with you.
Yeah.
You and I met on Facebook.
Yeah.
And what we did here, what he did was he created a Facebook page, correct?
Yeah.
And it was sort of like a business page.
Right.
And you invited me and many other people to join your page. And I did.
Yeah.
And I just said hello.
Yeah.
And then you and I began to correspond. You did not know that at that time that I had a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
right?
yes, correct. Yeah.
Now we were talking earlier that you have a degree in psychology. That's what you did in Italy in school, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
But you and I were talking, and from what I understand, you talked to a lot of people, but you and I had some kind of a connection, if you will. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Can you kind of tell them how the dynamic behind that, what happened when you and I were talking on Facebook?
Yes. I think that you, in general speaking, are always an expression of yourself, or whatever you do. So in driving, in cooking, in related with people, in gestures, in whatever in your life. I mean, every time in your life, you just express yourself the way you are.
Okay.
And I saw in you that only about the way you answered me and I answered you. Of course, it's mutual. It's not only me or you, but both of us. Was very friendly. Was very prompt. Was very accommodating, was very easygoing. So I felt to invite you the first time to get to know you because I really felt good.
Yeah, it's interesting. I've made some of the best friends on the planet in the 3 years that I've lived here in the Philippines, as opposed to the 62 years that I lived in America.
Yeah.
And our friendship here kind of grew out of this innocuous little Facebook post that you put up.
Yeah.
And you invited me and May over for dinner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
right.
we came over, and we came over here to your home where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And you actually have a restaurant here. Okay?
Yeah.
And you prepared for May and I pizza and lasagna and appetizers and drinks and whatnot. And we had a nice long conversation.
Yeah.
And you didn't want anything from me, and I didn't want anything from you. And we exchanged a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
And we became friends.
Yeah.
Right?
Did. Yes.
And
course.
I was super impressed with your food because you are Italian.
Yes.
And your wife, your beautiful wife, is 100% Filipino. Okay?
Yes.
And she's no dummy either. So you got a degree in psychology. Your wife was a teacher in Kuwait and in Thailand in the classroom for English, making very good money.
Yeah.
You two, from what I understand, met in Thailand.
Yeah.
Fell in love, and you've been married how long? Almost 5 years?
Oh, 5 years.
Going on 5 years.
5 years, yes.
And if I remember correctly, you moved from Thailand,
Right,
where you were working and you were working, here to the Philippines.
yeah, exactly.
And you lived in Dumaguete, correct?
Right.
I mean, you lived in Cebu first, is that correct?
Yeah, just for a while in Cebu, and then about research, about advices of friends. They said, well, why you don't try the Dumaguete? It's a very nice place. It's very smiling people, accommodating. So we wondered, why not? Yes, yes. We moved. Why not?
Okay, cool.
Because Cebu,
Cebu's a nightmare.
To say, it's a nightmare. Actually, it's a nightmare.
He's too nice to say it. But I'll just tell you, Cebu's a nightmare.
Yes,
you can't drive, you can't walk, you can't do anything.
Pollution.
Yeah, pollution, expensive, etc.
I don't want to say anyway. It's okay. Dumaguete is very better.
Okay.
Much better. Much better.
Good. Good. I agree with you.
Yeah.
And here's the deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna brag on my friend here a little bit. When May and I came over, we were we were super impressed with just the warmth and how genuine they were with us, how nice, accommodating, etc. And the food, I have to say, if you guys that have known me or watched my channel for a while know I'm really a picky eater. The food was a 5 out of a 5, a 10 out of a 10 for Italian food. And May does not really like Americanized food or anything that's non-Filipino. But when she had your lasagna, she ordered it every time that she's been here, and has eaten every bite of it. And that is saying something. So what I did was, I said, you know what? I've got to share this place with some of my friends. So if you remember, I brought 2 couples here.
Yeah.
And there was 6 of us, about a week ago, I think.
Yeah.
And we came and we ate. And everyone enjoyed the food. You order, tell me your menu a little bit. There's pizza, there is...
There's lasagna, spaghetti, and I mean, I can cook almost everything you like. Even international food is not a problem. Yeah,
right, but on the Italian, what was the little thing that everybody was talking about? The little balls, I forgot what it's called. They say it's the true test of the Italian chef.
Tomato sauce?
No, it was something else. I forget.
The dough?
Yes, the dough.
The dough of the pizza.
Yeah.
Everything is homemade.
Everything is homemade.
Yes.
So in other words, he's not running around buying package this and package that.
Absolutely, yeah.
The dough is made from flour, water. It's pressed. He does it himself. The sauce is made, if I remember correctly, the only thing that you actually buy is the mozzarella cheese.
Only that one.
That's it. The rest
is homemade.
Is homemade. I call from scratch. He calls it homemade.
Yes.
And so then we came with another group about 3 or 4 days ago.
Yeah.
And I brought 8 people.
Yeah.
And I can't show it now, but you have this like trolley thing. This like it's like a ride at Disneyland, you know, where they take you around. And you actually, your wife came and picked us all up because none of us can drive at night and chauffeured us here. Okay. Everybody sat down and everybody was raving about the food. Here's the point that I want to make. My biggest complaint about food and service here in Dumaguete is that if I want, and I don't want to name a bunch of names because I'll hurt people's feelings, but there's chain restaurants here. There are restaurants that are owned by foreigners that are trying to cater to an American or an Australian flavor or whatever. Bars, resto bars. And here's my experience when I walk into these places. I'm not talking about here. I'm talking about the other places. I will sit down, May and I will go, we'll go with another couple, we'll sit down at a table, and we will wait for 10 to 15 minutes for someone to even acknowledge that we're there. And then someone will walk over and we will request a menu. And they'll say, okay, and the server will walk away and return with one menu for 4 people. Okay, this happens all the time. And so then it's like, okay. And then when you go to place the order, I have learned that, and again, I'm not dissing the Filipino server. They're doing what they've been trained to do, and they've just been poorly trained. So my philosophy is that there's no poor employee. There's only poorly managed employees.
Right.
Okay? Yeah. So anyway, this poorly managed employee will now slowly write down my order, and then I have to wait for him or her to finish writing before I tell them what May wants to eat. And then we got to stop and wait for that to get completed. Then we tell them what we want to drink, and then they read it back to us, and we confirm that. And then if I have another couple, it's their turn to order, and we always have to say separate bills, so they flip the page and then write down and repeat that process, and then they walk away with the one menu that they brought us. And now we've placed our drink orders, and this is getting kind of extreme. This doesn't happen all the time, but it's a fairly common occurrence. Then we've got to wait 10 or 15 minutes, or even actually wave the person over. Please bring us our Cokes. Please bring me my beer. Can I have my glass of water? Just something to drink while I'm waiting.
Good service.
This is typical service, my friend. And then when the food does arrive, it does not arrive all at once. I'll get my food, and then somebody else will get their food, and then May will get her food, and then the 4th person will get their food, and none of us are eating at once. Let me explain to you what happened when you and I decided to have people come over. I sent him an email or a text and said, hey, listen, Francis, I want to bring some people over and eat. And he said, okay, cool. And he said, let me shoot you a menu. So he shot me over the menu, and I distributed the menu to all my friends.
Yeah.
This is both times that I brought people over.
Yeah.
They perused the menu, and they said, okay, I'll have the spaghetti, and my girlfriend will have the pizza. And the other guy said, okay, I'll have the lasagna, and this one will have this. And I said, me and May will split. And what Francis did was send me back a confirmation text confirming the name of the customer, what they were ordering, and how much the bill was going to be. Yeah. So there was absolutely no confusion whatsoever. Yeah. And I was able to forward that to my friends prior to coming here. So what happened? I told you that we would show up at 6 o'clock or whatever it was. Or your wife came and picked us up at 5 o'clock, I think it was.
Yeah.
When we got here, he had started working at maybe 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock, preparing the lasagna, getting the pizza ready, making the dough, doing this, doing that, so that when we sat down, we didn't have to order. We didn't have to wait for our drinks. We were served properly. The food was 5-star. You would come by and sit down and talk and chat with us, and made it into a family-style, very warm, very accommodating dining experience that I've yet to find in Dumaguete. So this is not really this is sort of a commercial for your place. I'm going to show the sign to your restaurant in my thumbnail, okay? So people will have your phone number and your address, and I'll put a link if you send it to me to your Facebook page, because for all my little friends that are running around here in Dumaguete, I'm going to make a confession. I wasn't going to make this video. I was going to keep him all to myself. And I was going to nickname it the Hideaway. And I was going to avoid all the other restaurants, and I was going to grab all the friends that I really enjoy spending time with, and we were just going to come down here and have the time of our life and keep it a secret so it doesn't get flooded. But in good conscience, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And so this gentleman deserves to make a living, and I want you guys also to be able to experience it. So if you're living here in Dumaguete, you're going to get yourself for a real treat. I'm going to put a link on here that is going to take you to your Facebook page.
Yeah.
They'll be able to access a menu, and they will be able to duplicate what I did. In other words, they can contact you. They can say, okay, we want to come on Thursday, we want to come at 6 o'clock, we want to have lasagna, we want to have this pizza, and you can get it ready for them, correct? Just like you did for me, right?
And
I've talked enough.
I'm very agree on what you said, because let's say the past marketing was, for instance, in Italy there is a big automobile company is called Fiat.
Yeah, Fiat.
In the past, Fiat just produce cars.
Yes.
Just drop the cars in a square, and so you went there and you saw the car in real. You decide, okay, I want this car. Okay, yeah, and then you buy that car.
Yes.
Now the market is not different. It's not like the past. You have to make the things on what the customer requests.
That's right.
So now the cars are not just drop in a
mass produced,
square.
dropped off. Take it.
You say exactly to the company, I want a car this color, I want the internal of the car this color, I want this and that, aircon, no aircon.
Right.
And so the same is about what you say, no? You say to me, what do you want to eat? So
you apply that to your pizzas.
Yeah.
If I want a pizza and I want it to have mushrooms and anchovies and pepperoni,
so when you
and
come
something
here,
else you've never made, that's what you're gonna get.
Right. Yeah, right.
It's like the air conditioning and the automatic transmission and the red color.
Yeah.
In other words, I'm not gonna be a slave to your menu.
Right. No, absolutely.
Opposite.
Yeah.
You're gonna make it.
I make what you want.
What I want.
Yeah.
And you know what? Prices are totally reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no more expensive, no less expensive. In fact, it's a bargain in my mind for what you get. If you order one of his pizzas, you will not be able to finish it. You will be taking it home, and it will be delicious the next day.
Yeah.
And it is authentic. It is the real deal. And so you're really not into this to make big money or get rich. You're here for another reason. Am I correct? I mean, you do this.
Yes.
Because
you are correct. I think that we have to the money is a consequences of your job, of your work.
Okay.
So if you first think the money and after the job, it could not work.
Okay.
Could not work.
I understood.
Think about what you can offer, what you can give. Naturally, the money will be a natural consequences of what you do.
Okay.
And I think this the business should be in the modern style. Don't expect to make some certain money for what you do. Expect instead try to work on what the customer want, what the customer need, what is the marketing, what's the target.
Yes.
And then it naturally will come to yourself, the money, the profit, whatever. But this is secondary. Primarily is satisfy the needs of the customer.
That is so refreshing.
I think I work on it a lot.
That is
and then
so refreshing.
Passion of what
There's
you
a
do.
saying.
If you don't love what you do, don't do it.
God bless you.
So,
you know, there's a saying in America from a movie, very popular movie. It says, "If you build it, they will come."
Yeah.
And so I think that's the philosophy that you're using here.
Yeah.
If you make a good product, if you make a consistent product, if you make people feel warm and welcome in your restaurant, if you, and you're going to move across the street, I understand you're going to have a building, you're going to have an espresso machine, and your wife, who's 100% Filipina, I had the pleasure of chatting with her, she's going to be making Filipina dishes for the girlfriends and the wives, but she doesn't use all the nasty magic syrup crap.
No, absolutely.
She's over there laughing.
All natural.
She chops up the herbs, she makes it healthy, so that when you come in here, not only are you going to enjoy authentic Italian cuisine, but you're going to enjoy authentic Filipina cuisine that actually is a healthy alternative to what you're going to get at one of these little fruity duty stands, okay, that you see around town.
But basically, we don't want to kill our customer. All natural, absolutely. No,
that's a good idea.
No preservative, no colorants, no chemicals at all. I don't want to mention. I don't want to mention about.
It's hard to get repeat business when they're 6 feet
under. About the big companies in the world.
So you don't want to be the biggest, but you do want to be the best. And you want to be authentic. Quality is important. Quality is very important. I'll tell you something, boys and girls. This is just the old dog yapping at you. Quality lacks out here. Service lacks out here. And I am praying and hoping, I'm going to keep you guys posted about his progress with the restaurant. You guys are all going to thank me later, okay, when you come and eat. And now you want to give them your location, your phone number, your email, and I'll post the link, but why don't we do that, okay? Give them your location, your phone number if you can remember it, your email, or your Facebook name, the name of the restaurant, your name right now, and then I'll post it like I said. So please do that.
Yes, of course. And just let me say one more thing.
Okay.
And personally, when I feel good to eat in somewhere, I don't care about the distance. I don't care about the location. Where is it? I care about, is that a good food? Is that a good accommodation? Is that my stomach can digest everything well? This is important. And okay, no problem. I have customers here that travel also 1 hour far from here to just eat lasagna. Because they just love it. They don't care about the distance. Maybe they have a restaurant, they just have to walk 1 minute, but the lasagna is very disgusting. I mean, it's not nice.
I'll tell you what.
So what make you feel good? What make you feel that you are really satisfied? That is important. It's not the distance, it's not the time.
You're right, because I did another vlog, I don't know how long ago, about a place called the Cliff House. And I'm not here to advertise places. It's not like I came here to, I'm not doing a food review. I'm not that way. But I discovered a little gym called the Cliff House, which has fantastic hamburgers and just fantastic food. They got crappy service, but what are you going to do? But anyway, and I went there and I had a bunch of people with me and we had a fun time. We ate a lot of really good food and I interviewed for like all 6 people came and sat down and reviewed the food. I was tempted to do that the last time we were here because it would have been good for me to walk around the table. I could have done a vlog last time we were here. But to be quite honest with you, I just didn't feel like doing it. I was too busy enjoying the food, enjoying the company, and enjoying his hospitality. And so that's why we made an appointment to come back today and do this little interview and kind of tell you guys about this little hidden gem that we've got here in Dumaguete that is worth the hour drive. Now do us a favor, give the name of your restaurant and the phone number and the Facebook name.
Yeah.
Okay, do that now for us.
All right. The restaurant is delicious Italian and Filipino food.
Okay.
And then all the rest maybe in the link in the description.
Okay. Is that easier for you?
Yeah.
All right. We'll do it that way.
All right.
So what I'm going to do is I've got a little thumbnail picture. I took a baby May peeking outside of the sign.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay.
And then you guys know how good I am with links.
Okay.
But he's going to send me a link, and I'll stick it onto the description box. And as always, if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure that you leave those for us. And thanks again for everybody for watching. Thanks everybody for subscribing. And I hope this was informative for you guys. And this is the real deal. And this is one of my little, we'll let that motorcycle finish doing what it's doing. The challenges of vlogging outside is something else.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks again, guys, for watching, supporting the channel, subscribing. And
thank you, Paul.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming on my channel, my buddy. All right. As always, my friends, we will see you next time. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.